YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trix. We're back at it again today, as promised in yesterday's video, with a level 40 Bonz farming deck. Before we get into that, let me just bring up a couple of options as far as replacements are concerned with this deck. So we got the Flare King Yaksha. Another one would be Big Bang Shot. So there we go. So basically, the whole point of the deck is to get our Cerberus out, our Hazy Flame Sphinx, and keep adding attack from any one of these monsters, Flame Tiger, the Cerb, doesn't matter, onto our Sphinx with the effect of Beast Rising, which is why we have 3 copies of Beast Rising in this deck, because we're going to want to start doing that as quick as we can. So if you don't have Flame Tiger, Fire King Yaksha is a very solid replacement. They both have the same attack, but Flame Tiger's effect is a little bit better, so hence why I'm using Flame Tiger. Let's just take those out of the deck. I have 2 copies of Soul Exchange in here. Really, only 1 copy is needed, and even if you don't have 1 copy of Soul Exchange, it doesn't really matter, because you can add in a 3rd copy of Mausoleum, and you can also add in another copy of Hazy Glory if you really want to. I prefer using the Soul Exchanges, therefore that's why I'm using them in this deck. But you have options. Like I was showing you guys, you could use Big Bang Shot or Fairy Meteor Crush. And the reason why is because at the end of the duel, we're going to be using our Hazy Flame Sphinx, which has, let's say 15,000 attack, attacking into Bonz, so he gets, taken out and you finish the duel. So that's why we're using either one of these 2 cards. I have a glossy copy of Fairy Meteor Crush, so I'm going to be using that. Like I mentioned, the 3 copies of Beast Rising, 2 copies of Hazy Glory, and yeah, this is exactly what the deck looks like. As you can see, they're rare and common, a lot of the cards, so this is a very budget deck. You don't even need the 3 Flame Tiger. Because you can use Fire King Yaksha, so you have options. It's a very consistent deck as well. There's only been a couple of duels I've lost against Bonz, and it wasn't because I couldn't get my Sphinx out, it was because I couldn't get enough attack onto the Sphinx before he decked out. Because he has so much draw power, he has the Gazuki and the Goblin Zombie to start drawing cards. You know what? I'm actually gonna activate the Mausoleum, and we'll get out our Hazy Flame Sphinx right now, so we can start milling out our deck, I should say. It's a monster card because we're using Aroma strategy. We'll special summon the Cerberus. Always go for the higher attack monsters first. End our turn. In fact, I think that Mausoleum is a better card to have in this deck anyway, and the reason being is because you can activate its effect and you're taking 1,000 life points of damage, meaning if your life points are lower than Bonz, that's more dual assessment points for us. So you can put 3 copies in. I recommend that. And as you guys can see, we're going to be attacking into his monster just so he can keep his board clear. Now I'm wondering... Yeah, let's pop its effect. So it's a monster. We have another Hazy on top of the deck. There's his Goblin Zombie. So like I said, he has a few options for digging into his deck. The Gazukis and the Goblin Zombies, so... I'm going to turn my toggle button on because I want to activate this its effect as quick as I can. Put the attack onto our Sphinx. And there we go. Now, he does have Twister, which will destroy your Beast Rising. If that happens, don't worry about it because we have 3 copies of it in the deck. So don't freak out if he takes out your Beast Rising. It's absolutely fine. Put the attack on it. Let's pop the effect. That's a spell. Special summon the Cerb that's in the graveyard. I'm wondering... Yeah, you know what? Let's pop its effect again. Like I say, it really doesn't matter. I'm just doing it just cuz. We'll attack into his monster. It's another Gazuki. Goodbye. again. Go like that. I like activating the effect right at the beginning of the turn just in case he does have a twister to take it out. So as you guys can see, we already have our attack up to 7,000 with our Hazy Flame Sphinx. So doing pretty good so far. That's a trap card. Let's special summon the Flame Tiger. I'm gonna try and keep the Flame Tiger on the field, and the reason being is because I want to tribute off this Hazy Flame Cerberus that I'm going to be drawing into, just for some extra points. End our turn. Let's get this effect popping really quickly. And there you go. So that's essentially what you're going to be doing the whole duel. Oh, he took it out. Look at you go, Bonz. Look at you go. You know what? I'm not gonna mess around. If I need that Beast Rising, I'll be able to get it. I was gonna mill it out, but I thought about it and I was like, nah. Yeah. Activate Soul Exchange. Get our Surb out. Put the attack on our Sphinx right now, because why not? Cleared his board anyway. So this way, if he does have a twister or activates his twister, we have a backup anyway. Pop its effect. Mill ourselves out. Speed up the duel a little bit. Oh, again, out another Flame Tiger. Add that attack onto it. Just because he only has one monster in the field anyway. Attack into his... what's this card? Chaos Necromancer, that's right. That's a card trader card. I think it's absolutely useless, but that's just me. I'm surprised he hasn't taken out one of our Beast Rising by now. Usually he does. So as you guys can see, the attack of our Hazy Flame Sphinx is already well above you know, anything he'd be able to do. Try and deal with. None of his monsters are going to have defense that's, you know, that high, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Besides, it's a King of the Skull Servants that has 0 defense anyway. We'll just attack into it again. It's going to use its effect so you can keep it on the field. That's okay. Coming down to the end of the duel here. Got our Sphinx. Pop its effect. We can get this duel over with. Special summon our Hazy Flame Sphinx. Pop the Beast Rising. I'd laugh if he activated the Twister at this point. No, he doesn't. Okay. Fair enough. We're going to use the Fairy Meteor Crush like I said before. Or Big Bang Shot, whatever you use. And we're going to attack into his Skull Servant. Hit him with that 17,000 attack. I was gonna say 7,000. But yeah, there you go. That's how you use the deck. It's very budget friendly, very consistent. So what? We got a Monster Rebone. That's fine. So this deck hits over 7k. If you guys can figure out a way to optimize it, by all means, go ahead. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And like I said, I will leave a link in the description to the original Reddit post where I got this deck. Anyway, as always, guys, we'll see you in the next video.